Hello, thank you for coming to watch my video. Today I'm going to go over how to use the basic sum function in Excel. For the example I'll be using, I'm going to assume that I'm a football coach and I'm trying to create a basic database for off-season workouts. I'm going to track the totals of 3 lifts for 6 of my players. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a player name category. Player name. And then I'm going to widen that out manually. So again, I'm going to have 6 players, so I'll say player 1. And I will use the down arrow to go from one cell to the next in this scenario. Player 2, player 3, player 4, player 5, and player 6. So now I've got those cells created. And then I'm going to make a cell for each of the lifts that I would like to track. So the first lift would be the bench press. Players like to see how big their bench press is. It's a fun thing to do in the off season. For a football team, helps them stay motivated and work hard and challenge each other in the weight room so they can be better for the next season. So creating an Excel spreadsheet like this would be a lot of fun, and you could actually share it around with your players and parents and things so they could see the progress that the team is making. So bench press, squat, and the deadlift. And these are the 3 lifts that are commonly used. Now there's other ones, but these are the common ones that we're going to track today for this example. The total category tells them if they can maybe lift 1,000 pounds between the 3 lifts, and that would be a pretty good total for some high school students. So now I'm going to create my first sum. So right here we have the total category in E2. I'm going to go ahead up here to where it says auto sum. And you have different options here. You can sum, average, count numbers, maximum, minimum, those types of things. There's more functions you can get into. But we're going to use the basic sum function. So I click sum, and then I'm just going to click in B2, drag it across to C2 and D2, and once I get there, I'll click on this little arrow, and that enters in my total. So now all I have to do is enter the numbers. So let's say this player, he's a strong guy, he bench pressed 300 pounds, and then I'm going to tab over to the next cell, and his squat was 450, and his deadlift was 400. So now we have an 1150 total for player 1. I'll go ahead and create the sums for the rest of these cells. So once again, I'll click now on E3. I'll go to auto sum, drag it across, click on that little arrow, and I'm just going to do this all the way down, as that will make things go a little bit quicker for me. As you can see, this is a fairly quick process. You can get a lot of information tracked in a short amount of time. Just got to be careful and make sure you're looking at what cells you are actually tracking. And okay, so we have all these columns done. So now I'll just go ahead and enter in some random numbers just so we can have this part done here. And I'm actually going to use the down arrow to go back and across just to speed this up. Tabbing across helps me go a little bit faster with the numbers. And almost done with this. Alright, so now we have our totals. Now it's always fun for players to see what the team total is, and maybe you could even separate it up. If I wanted to do summer competitions, I might say, hey, we're breaking the team down into groups of 6, and we're going to see which 6 guys can have the greatest total of lifts for the summer, just to make summer conditioning fun for the team, give them a little bit of competitive drive there for working out. So I'm going to say totals, and then we're actually going to get a total of every lift. So that's going to automatically take from B2 to B7, and that's going to give us our sum there. And I'm going to do the same thing there for C2 to C7, hit enter. And over here, I'm going to give us a sum from D2 to D7, and then we're going to get the team total of all 3 lifts, E2 to E7. And so you see for this group of 6 guys, they had 5,560. And of course there's other functions I could use, but for right now we're just going to dress this one up a little bit. And what I will do is I will click and drag across all of these, and now we're going to go to filling in the cells. And I want to have all borders right there. And now it looks very nice and presentable. If I wanted to print that off and put it up on the wall, I could do that. I could do a monthly check on how they're doing with their lifts and post that up on a board by printing this off. I could share it electronically. If the principal was interested in knowing what we're doing, I could email this to him or her and just kind of let them know what kind of progress we're making in the weight room. And it's good information to have for college scouts and recruiters coming to look at your players. So that's how you use a basic sum function in Excel. Thank you for stopping by, and I really hope you found this very helpful. Good luck on all of your journeys with Excel.